Welcome back to Geek News Now. I'm Chris, and I'm here once again with Damon. And you might have remembered us from our first watching of the first Suicide Squad trailer. Well, we're back to watch another one. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
I'm ready too. Here we go. And boom.
Super villains. Sad souls in costumes. Wanting you to think they're all dark and deep. What's it like? Living life as a punchline. But all it would take would be one blessed act of rebellion for you to restore your dignity in its entirety.
You know the deal. Complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
Love them or hate them, these are your brothers and sisters for the next few days.
Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for God's sake.
There we go.
This is suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
Nothing like a bloodbath to start the day.
They call you Peacemaker?
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
I thought you were the crazy one.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
Whoa. Whoa. Kind of similar to the first one, a lot of repeated scenes.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think it was a little bit longer too. It's kind of like more of a fleshed out trailer as opposed to the first one. Kind of got a little bit more of a story hint was happening, but
we saw a little bit more of the characters, side characters, probably the ones that if they stick with kind of like the Suicide Squad thing, people are going to be dying during this.
Yes.
This is a Suicide Squad mission. During this mission, we're going to see like that werewolf dude. I don't think that guy's going to make it even halfway through the movie. Have you seen that guy?
No. So yeah, no, and I think you're right. Either he's going to make it right to the end and be the new hero of the day, or we're talking 5 minutes of screen time, if that.
They do show us a little bit more of John Cena, who his character as Peacemaker. I think he's perfect for the role, for the humor that they're going for.
Yeah.
And we've already seen it in the trailers. In the first trailer, it was just like, if somebody told me I had to eat an entire beach of dicks in the name of justice, I would do it. And in this one, he's like, I love peace. I'd do anything for peace. If I had to watch every man, woman, and child burn alive for peace, I would. And it's just like, what? So it's like Peacemaker at any cost. It's like, that's
exactly. That's what he is.
Yeah.
That's what he is. No, it's good. I like the feel of the trailer again. It's very comic booky. I liked it. The weird butterfly thingy happened, behind there. That was cool. I like that.
That is your hand.
They also had that, in the first one, that was one of the things when Harley was shooting that.
Yeah.
Wherever that was. And that's like another of those clips, but when you just see the
Yeah, this stuff here, like it's nice and comic book feely. I like it.
It definitely tells us like we've got an action-packed movie here.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
That's kind of our thing. And the humor. This one actually seemed a little bit more serious. It started out with talking about how if they could just do something right, they wouldn't be the villains. They would have justification. They would, there's redemption possible. It brought this kind of like, is this a bunch of people seeking redemption? It's like, you can't just blanket sweep the Suicide Squad like that, because they are just a group of villains caught while doing nefarious deeds of their own reasons.
There's got to be a mixture. Some of them are redeemable because whatever nefarious thing they did somewhere back along the line, their teddy bear got stolen. Other ones are just choosing to be bad. So yeah, I know, but there's going to be the mixture there.
Sure.
And yeah, and
one of the leaders, the guy who even is the guy at the end in the yellow shirt, he was in the first one. He started out as like a soldier, and now even if he's leading this team as the soldier, as the leader, he's still now been changed by his association with this group. And so it's that kind of mixture. Like, how are the worst heroes ever? Well, they're villains, but then it's like forced to do a heroic thing. Does that change it? What are your reasons for doing what you're doing? Is it just because you'll get blown up? Do you have ulterior motives? Like, that's an interesting thing. You could definitely work into this. And I'm just gonna say it again. They showed that giant leg slam down there, and in the first one they said, we got a freaking kaiju up in this thing. And of course kaiju is a giant monster. That is a giant starfish. And that giant starfish is an enemy of the Justice League. It's actually something that the Justice League had to come together and fight multiple times. There have been pieces of it. Batman in the comics is raising one of its children as a new Robin. Look up Starfish Robin. I'm not kidding. It's real. So that giant starfish, that's actually huge. Not just physically, but importance-wise.
It's covering all definitions. Point 1 and point 2 in the dictionary. It's going to both cover. It is huge. No, it's a big deal. It's a pretty nice tease. I'm going to think a lot of people are going to miss it. But no, it's definitely pointing us down a direction for us to be tantalized by.
And that's actually what's got me a little bit even more excited about this, because when you think of Suicide Squad, you think of the mistakes of the first one and what they're trying to correct in this one. You think of, well, what was the point of the first Suicide Squad other than for them to say, we have a Suicide Squad movie? In this one, they're not just saying, we have a Suicide Squad movie. They're also hinting at, and it's playing into the larger story being told.
Well, yeah. I mean, and think about it. I mean, you can have an entire, dare I say, universe where how these folks all wound up in there in the first place. And when I talk about the mistakes of the first Suicide Squad, it's like the mistakes that they were making all throughout the first WB movies or the DC universe, was they were rushing everything. They went into their Justice League too soon without introducing their heroes, and they went into Suicide Squad too soon without introducing their villains. Now, luckily, the difference here is, I'm not saying they've introduced all their villains. I mean, some of them they have through the first Suicide Squad, and they've had more time now. So we have seen some of these, but we do have a new ensemble cast. But we've also got a director who is famed for Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a cast of heroes. No one knew the first thing about it as far as moviegoers, and made them basically a household name. Yeah.
So you've got to have, that's why they keep in both of these trailers, from the mind of James Gunn. They are making that a huge part of these trailers. Both of them, boom, boom. James Gunn is behind this.
Yeah, and it's a fair point. I mean, like, you want to get that feel out there. Like, you've been asking for. I mean, the fans have been asking for a different kind of movie. This is it. So if you're going to definitely want to tell people that it's happening, that you gotta watch. I'm intrigued.
I'm excited.
You are too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. We're looking forward to it. We want to know your thoughts. So tell us below in the comments, what do you think about what we just watched and what we just said? Tell us your thoughts on our comments. Tell us your thoughts about stuff that we didn't even bring up. Tell us what you think. We're interested. We want to know. And then we can make another video and respond.